Arron Banks, an insurance tycoon who bankrolled the unofficial Leave campaign, has now said he would rather have voted to remain to prevent the government selling out Britain in Brexit talks. Mr. Banks told BBC's Andrew Marr show, "The corruption I have seen in British politics, the sewer that exists, and the disgraceful behaviour of the government over what they are doing with Brexit and how they are selling it out means that if I had my time again, I think we would have been better to probably remain and not unleash these demons." Leave campaigner Arron Banks is being investigated by the National Crime Agency for suspected criminal offences committed during the Brexit referendum. The probe has been launched after the elections watchdog said it had reasonable grounds to suspect that Mr. Banks was not the true source of £8 million worth of loans made during the campaign. Mr. Banks has denied all claims made against him. "I think we would have been better to probably remain and not unleash these demons." Arron Banks Leave EU, co-founded by Mr. Banks, its chief executive Elizabeth Bilney and the organisation that ran it, Better for the Country, are also being investigated by the NCA after a review carried out by the Electoral Commission. Mr. Banks said he was confident the investigation would put an end to the ludicrous allegations against him. Bob Posner, the Electoral Commission's Director of Political Finance, said, "We have reasonable grounds to suspect money given to Better for the Country came from impermissible sources, and that Mr. Banks and Miss Bilney, the responsible person for Leave EU, knowingly concealed the true circumstances under which this money was provided. This is significant because at least £2.9 million of this money was used to fund referendum spending and donations during the regulated period of the EU referendum." Brexit news. Arron Banks said if he had his time again he would vote to remain. Image, BBC. "Our investigation has unveiled evidence that suggests criminal offences have been committed which fall beyond the remit of the Commission. This is why we have handed our evidence to the NCA to allow them to investigate and take any appropriate law enforcement action. This is now a criminal investigation. The financial transactions we have investigated include companies incorporated in Gibraltar and the Isle of Man. These jurisdictions are beyond the reach of the Electoral Commission for the purpose of obtaining information for use in criminal investigations or proceedings." An Electoral Commission spokesperson also said, "We open investigations where the evidence justifies it, irrespective of the political views of the party or campaigner concerned. We publish all investigation outcomes online, including details of any fines." Between June 2016 and October 2018, the Electoral Commission published details of 48 investigations arising from the EU referendum. "We found offences in 40 of these investigations. 25 of these investigations looked at Leave campaigners and 15 looked at Remain campaigners. A small number of further investigations are ongoing. Outcomes will be published in due course. We take seriously any accusations or complaints of impartiality among commissioners or staff. Transparency and independence are central to our decision-making process. For this reason, we recently requested an independent review of Commissioner impartiality following recent complaints. The review found no evidence of wrongdoing at the Commission and the complaints made were not upheld. The review found that we go to great lengths to achieve impartiality by both segregating the decision-making process between commissioners and the executive where necessary, as well as ensuring that any commissioners with a conflict of interest recuse themselves from decisions that are taken."